is it. It's the season finale with 60 players fighting for those career-defining Challenge Tour cards. Welcome to the Tour Championship.
Obviously, it sort of caught fire midway through the season at Mannings, and then from then on, really, I played some really good stuff.
It was the main goal at the start of the year, so hopefully I can do it.
Feel ready. I've already experienced a couple of Challenge Tour events. A good season on here. I definitely feel like I can do well next year.
All the hard work starting to pay off and moving up the ranks, so it would mean a lot.
It would be massive for me just to go onto the Challenge Tour for next year, so I keep progressing in golf.
Fortunately, on the Euro Pro level par, it's not a good score, so really control what I can. I could knock it up this week and potentially still win the Order of Merit, but I'll go out and do my best and play as well as I can.
I feel like I've knocked on the door quite a few times, and it's things quite haven't fallen my way, or I haven't quite taken the chance. So we'll just see how that adds up at the end.
So I really just want to do my best today and just try and prove to myself that I can do it. And if I felt like I've put a good performance in, that's all that really matters today.
It means an awful lot. It's just great to be in the position, to be honest. So I'm just going to go out there and enjoy it.
I don't think anyone has a God-given right to finish top 5. You've got to go out and earn it, and hopefully I can today.
Top 5 spots up for grabs for the Challenge Tour, and it's all to play for. It really is. Let the games begin. The grand final of the PGA Europro Tour is here, and what a golf course it really is. I mean, we've had European Tour events here starting from 1997. We've had the likes of Lee Westwood, Retief Goosen, all winning around this golf course. So great champions. We're lucky to come here for our grand final, so the players have got a treat in store. We got a par 72 just under 7,100 yards long. And you can see over my right shoulder what a fantastic golf course is this. This is 18 as well. Now, separating the nines, I would say, really and honestly, I think for me, the hardness really comes with the back nine, especially the last 4 holes. They're really grueling. They take all your best quality shots. It's really going to test your nerve as well, especially this 18th. I mean, it's a 450-yarder straight up the hill, and it's as tight as you like. It really is. But we know what the Europro give us. We see some great golf all year. We come to the grand final here at Slaley Hall, and I tell you what, our champion is going to get crowned on the 18th, right here.
So we've reached the Tour Championships, as you could probably tell by Kit in his throne. Loads of things to remember, loads of highlights for the season just gone. But just tell me your favourite.
We bounced back, brilliant, loads of great winners. But the one that stands out for me, I've got to rewind all the way right back early in the season. Conor O'Neill at Donington. Obviously the tragic story of him losing his father and his uncle. For him to get that win, for him, his family, his friends around him, all of his loved ones, that went far beyond golf. That was a huge moment for that man in his life, not just in his golfing career. For me, that was my absolute favourite. What stood out for you? I mean, I can't say anything else other than Jack South shooting around a 59 for that 59 grand. And then on top of that, a bonus of 60 grand from his sponsor. Then on top of that, he obviously went on and won the tournament. But it was the moment he spoke to his fiancée on the phone. Of course, it's a life-changing amount. And what a life-changing week it will be for one of the top 5. It really will. 5 Challenge Tour cards up for grabs. Going into it, only Mitch Waite, who's leading the Order of Merit right now, is guaranteed top 5, but of course he wants to finish on top. £25,000 up for grabs for the winner. So Dermot McIlroy, currently in that 5th spot, a lot of pressure on him to succeed this week because he will be overtaken with that £25,000. I mentioned Mitch Waite, what a year it's been for him. The last 5 events that he's played, he wasn't in the Isle of Man, but up to that, he was in the final group, all 5 of those tournaments, undoubtedly the star player so far. You go up, you can go on to bigger and better things. It's happened to Tyrrell Hatton, Jordan Smith, Aaron Rai in recent years, so many of them. So it really is a life-changing week for 5 guys. So with all that in mind, I cannot wait to see who comes out on top and secures a Challenge Tour spot for next season.
It all comes down to this. Will the top 5 stay intact, or will someone emerge from lower down the pecking order and ride high when it matters most? There's a distinctly end-of-season feel at scenic Slaley Hall, and that's not only down to the weather. There's both a chill and drama in the air after the first 2 rounds threw out more questions than answers. 2 players to be found in the top 6 on the money list feature on the leaderboard with 18 holes to play, Joe Dean and Callum Fife. But out in front is William Harold after superb rounds of 68 and 70 when so many have struggled. Joining Harold in the final group on the tour's most tense and intense day were Jack MacDonald and Dan Brown, and all three of them safely parred the first. So then, here's John Morgan to tell us about the lengthiest hole on the course, the par 5 second.
Well, driver. Hit it just over 300 yards, 307 to be precise. It's 332 to this tree on the right-hand side off the tee. Now I'm left with, well, I got about 250 yards to carry the bunker just shy of this green. It's uphill as well, so a long way from home. I think it's everything I got and more. We're going to have to give it some beans here. I'm going to have to shape it from right to left, get a bit extra out of it. It's going to dice with death though, with out of bounds being on the right-hand side. Looks like the Bear Lake's definitely got me down the left edge of this green, but I'm not having that. I'm going straight at it. Bring it on. Well, I can't hit that any better. Go ball. Yay! He's on! Get in there! Mate, that's everything. I'm worn out. I'm going to bed.
Folks, he hasn't gone to bed. He's with us in the commentary box. John Morgan, our alpha male, wearing a T-shirt in mid-October.
Peekaboo, everybody. Here we are, coming out of the first cut. High rising shot. Has he got the beans? Oh, just shy, and that's going to find itself in the bunker.
So slightly past William Harold off the tee is Jack MacDonald. I think he's just about got the firepower to get here.
Needs a high ball flight on this one. Mr. Yates. And oh, coming up shy, and that's a popular spot. That's a popular spot. Now Mr. Brown, 5 under par, coming into his last round. Second shot to the second. Trying to hold this one off. Looks like it's leaking a little bit too much to the right. Ooh, my goodness. That's close to the wall and the out of bounds.
There you can see on the bottom of that little leaderboard, Joe Dean, precariously placed in 6th on the order of merit. Every shot so vital for him today, as it is for our leader, William Harold.
Harold might have thought his second shot had clambered over this bunker into the par 5 second. It did its best, but it's rolled back down in. Now a relatively tricky bunker shot. It's straight downwind, up quite an elevation as well, and he's got to carry it quite a long way to get onto the putting surface. There's about 8 yards of rough and apron before he gets there. Chances are he'll favour a little bit long here just to be safe, but that will leave a very, very quick downhill birdie putt.
Well, Kit, let's have a look. MacDonald here, out the bunker. Now, has to be aggressive. Lots of acceleration needed to fly it all the way. And he's done a spectacular job. Look at that. Let's see the technique. Use the bounce on the club perfectly. Extension through, kept the pace. Execution, 10 out of 10. Now, Harold, match that, my friend. Sounded sweet. Had a little jump forward off the knuckle of the green, and that's a beauty.
This is Reece Thompson, 72-71 so far for him. Looking for his best result since the first event of the season at Harleyford when he was tied 9th.
Yeah, lovely golf course to start the season, Harleyford, and yeah, done really well there. And good swing. Now, wall trouble here for Brown. I thought it was. Bit of restriction, got to jab it forward, gripping down the shaft. Got to rely on a nice bounce out the fringe, and it's just scooted on. There's a little tear there. Needs to put the brakes on. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, my goodness, by the skin of its teeth. And that's going to be a horror putt now up the slope.
Well, another Dan Brown wrote the Da Vinci Code in Angels and Demons. They were cliffhangers, as was that shot.
You're right there. We see the technique there. I mean, lots of restriction. He picked his spot perfectly. Just a little bit too heavy-handed. Now the man, Callum Fife, like this lad. Followed him over the last couple of years, Mr. Yates, and I've got to say, he's overdue a great result. His top 5, he's been pushing for it, and he's given himself a chance there.
Yeah, we've got back-to-back par 5s to start things off here on 2 and 3, and this is Jamie Rutherford from the Nebworth Golf Club.
Yeah, some golfer here, Mr. Yates. Jamie playing a great execution chip there from short of the green. And a man that's had his woes. Fighting back now. Slow putt. Up the tier we go. Gotta go, gotta go. It's great pace. He'll take that. He stood on the tee and think, right, now it's birdie time, but he's walking away with a par.
Thompson should know this course. He's a relative local from Whitley Bay, up in the northeast of England. Now, can he read this putt and execute correctly? Then go.
Straight in the back of the door. Well done. That was a great stroke. Played that hole well. Now, a little knee knocker here. This might just slide off to his right-hand side. Got to keep positive with this. Inside left. Ooh, we never like those ones.
You know, when Gabby and Kip were talking about their highlight for the season, my personal highlight was Callum Fife winning in the Isle of Man with 3 rounds of 64. It was a phenomenal performance, the lowest scoring record ever on the Europro Tour.
Yeah, that's some seriously great skills, Phil. And Callum is, over the last couple of years, I've been following him, and a man that's just knocking on the door for that top 5, hasn't got it yet. This could be the season for it. And Jamie Rutherford, been through the run-of-the-mill, fitness-wise, not run over by a car, come through that, and here he is.
Yeah, he fractured his spine in February of 2016 after that car accident you mentioned.
Yeah, unbelievable. Harold, second round leader, getting off to a solid start.
Indeed, but what followed wasn't solid. A bogey 6 on the 3rd for Harold, the second easiest hole on the course by average score. Brown also dropped a shot at that same hole. 5 fell victim to the 4th. Now Harold sharing the lead with MacDonald, and they've arrived on the tee of the delightful par 3 5th.
Yeah, what a cracker, Phil. All uphill, can't see the bottom of the flag. Up and over a bunker you got to go with a little tier green here, and it is fiddly as you like. All guarded by the trees that run down the right and a little bit down the left-hand side, so you don't feel the breeze down here. You can see Dan Godin just looking behind him. Main man on the Europro looking on as we see this ball flight. And coming up a little bit shy, and that's going to be a common place actually there, Phil, because they get a little bit foxed by the wind and the elevation as well, so they always try and muscle it there, but just come out of that one as well. That wasn't the best strike. Now Harold. That sounded a good strike. Might be just drawing a little bit too much. Needs to calm down. And that is absolutely perfect. That's going to be a pretty straight putt from there.
The 5th up the hill, and so too the short par 4 6th. Real birdie chance this. Mind you, it's miserable now.
Well, yeah, this is where the caddy comes into his own. He's got to dry all the grips, make everything's okay, and we've got a bit of delay reaction there with the backspin. Brings it back to pin eye. Great control. Hey, you're on camera.
The dogleg 7th, and Joe Dean putting for birdie.
He's got the power to over-dominate this hole. He's given himself a golden opportunity, and this is where it's just lacked for him. Joe Dean this year, the putter, just not playing ball. Hell of a ball striker, tee to green, pretty much flawless.
The rain just starting to fall now as the leaders come up to the 5th green. The temperature has dropped as well. I can tell you it is chilly, but Will Harold has fired in a fantastic tee shot. He's got about 12 feet up the hill. It is going to break from left to right. These putting surfaces, absolutely fantastic. Neil Smith and his greenkeeping team presenting the course brilliantly for the time of year. I reckon 2 or 3 claps to the left, depending on whether he sees it dying in or wants to get it there with a bit of pace.
He's come close this year. Jack MacDonald to winning. He was runner-up at the Nokia Masters at Mannings Heath. More recently 3rd at Castletown. It's 17 under par for 3rd place.
Just shows you the standard of our golf now on the PGA Europro Tour, Phil. It is phenomenal. It really is. Now he's working his own bag. And that's a tall order when it's conditions like this. Now, Callum Fife from the back of this green should move a little off his left-hand side. And he's not played for enough break on that one. Now Brown. And it is absolutely bucketing down right now. All wrapped up warm, trying to keep as dry as they can.
Going along quite serenely, though, is Rutherford.
He's got good experience, Phil. It's a solid, great putting stroke, that. Watch out for that man. Watch out for that man and his playing partner, Callum Fife. Now, this is that putt. Our man with the grey hair, Kit Alexander, was telling us. Up the hill, slightly off the left. Oh, he didn't. He went a little bit more, Kit. I think he could have probably gone inside left on that one, kept it firm.
Knows how to win, though, William Harold. He's won twice on the Euro Pro Tour at nearby Lunghurst Hall and also at the Belfry.
Yeah, 2 great wins, that. Callum Fife just to polish off his par here. Yeah, no problemo. Donald now co-leading, 6 under at the 5th. Good stroke. Yeah, drains it.
It's brewing up nicely. Our 3 leaders are MacDonald, Harold and now Rutherford. 2 clear of the nearest chasers, Fife and Brown. You know, all season, Tom Sloman and Callum Farr have been trying to make cuts. There wasn't a cut here, but I suppose old habits die hard.
There are loads of awesome activities down here at Slaley Hall, one of which is axe throwing, so obviously we've got to give that a go. Bit of competition. I'm teaming up with my man Tom Sloman. Gabs, who's on your side?
Callum Farr, ready to go far, am I right?
Ready to go.
Yeah.
6 axes each, cumulative score, highest points wins. Let's go.
Good. Oh, good. Oh. Oh. Well done.
20, we're on the board.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's all clearing away for you to come in heroic. Damn.
Kit, when you stand next to her, Kit, I'll probably be able to aim better then.
It hit the red. What happens if there's a draw?
Well,
I think I'll nominate you.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But...
70 to win, 60 to tie. Like the first throw I did. Oh, yeah, he's in. He's on the board 10.
Oh.
Yes. Just hit the board. Come on, Tom. Oh, is it a tie?
Oh, went the wrong
Again,
way.
the moment is there for Tom. I'm not even going to watch, I'm just going to listen to the sound of it thudding into that wood.
Oh no! We'll get him at the knives.
After one of the closest and tensest axe throwing battles the axe throwing world has ever seen, it's Tom and I, well mostly Tom, who emerges victorious.
Good stuff. But who will have the edge in the Matchroom Tour Championship? The story continues after the break. Welcome back to the Matchroom Tour Championship, where Kit caught up with one of our co-leaders, Jack MacDonald, before he teed off for the most important round of his season.
Jack, let's rewind back to the amateur days. You played in the 2015 Walker Cup, the pinnacle of amateur golf. What was that experience like?
It was a super experience. It was good that it was at Lytham as well. Like, it was a course that we knew well, and to be honest, I learned a lot about myself. Being able to handle myself in that sort of environment. Yeah, it was superb. Yeah.
What were your expectations then when you did turn pro?
Well, obviously the expectations were to go to the highest level and stuff, but that's the thing. It's just all a learning experience. Being a professional, in my opinion, the the standard of golf is a lot higher. You just have to give it all you've got, really, and yeah, hopefully it's good enough.
Just one shot back going into the final round. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'll just need to go and stick to my game plan and just commit to every shot. It's just great to be in the position, to be honest, so I'm just got to go out there and enjoy it.
Only 3 strokes cover the leading 9 players as this builds to quite a crescendo. Up top, it's Jamie Rutherford, overnight pace setter William Harold, and one of his playing partners today, MacDonald, who's tackling the 6th, a short par 4 at the very top of the property.
Well, he sorted their drives out, up and around the corner. Just a wedge in hand now. Second shot to the 6th. Tour high flying, got to try and control the spin in these damp conditions, not easy. And look at that, beautifully well executed. Now Harold, how do you respond to that? Nice relaxed arms at address. Nice free flowing swing. The response not what he was hoping for, missing a green right. That's going to be an awkward up and down from there.
Yes, and his 31st in the order of merit. Harold's not got an awful lot of wiggle room.
No, he doesn't, Phil. Another nice swing there from Brown. And this one dialed in, keeping it below, trying to control the spin, just filtering away a little bit.
For many years, the European Tour and the Legends Tour came here to Slaley Hall in midsummer, and in dry, runny conditions, I've seen this green attacked off the tee. Of course, not today. Fife playing a quite lengthy second shot, brilliantly.
Yeah, and they're a long way back, straight where the conditions are tough. See Callum Fife in full swing there, and what a great second shot. Now Dean, spot of bother at the par 3, behind the tree, got to conjure up some magic with a bunker. He's had to go low underneath the branches, pitched it in perfect spot, and that's a great result from where he was. And good round of applause there from the crowd, looking on. Well executed there, Joe. And Jamie Rutherford, the short par 4, dogleg right to left. Good drive down the left-hand side, ready to attack. And look at this, pound for pound excellence here. He's going to be giving his playing partner, Callum Fife, a nice free read. Trying to control the spins, not easy in these conditions, Phil.
No, he's been Mr. Consistent, has Rutherford. 6 top 10s so far this season. Second in the stroke average category. Oh, not the best from William Harold, that.
Yeah, he missed his landing spot by about half a yard there, Phil. He needed to pitch that on the green. Pitching it in the fringe, just taking the speed off it as we see Joe Dean. And up and out of that one so quick. He knew he missed that. And dragged that one left.
The spin hurt Rutherford. Will the putter make amends? No.
Now, you play for a lot of break in these wet conditions, I should say, is not easy. You can be a little bit straighter, a little bit bolder and braver with your putts. It's damp on the greens. Now Brown, after a beautiful second shot in here, great opportunity for a birdie. Little breaker off the right. Oh, he didn't play for enough of it.
Ninth in the order of merit, Dan Brown, so first or tied second would do nicely for him.
Yeah, that it definitely would. I might get him just in there. Callum Fife able to go to school on Rutherford's putt, and it works. Yeah, great putt. Family back home in Scotland looking on. I'm sure they're right behind their man.
And Jack MacDonald continues to prosper on this front 9 at Slaley Hall on the hunting course. He's only made 1 bogey on the front 9 all week.
Yeah, good player. I was there when he won at Newmarket a couple of years back. Hell of a talent. Now Harold, he'll be pretty gutted if this doesn't go in. And that's a poor effort from where he was.
Harold's relegated into a 4th place tie. Out in front on his own, it's MacDonald. So the big question, what are the ramifications for those coveted Challenge Tour spots? Here's Gabby.
So after Jack McDonald's birdie on the 6th, he takes the solo lead. So let's take a look at the order of merit to see how things currently stand. Mitch Waite remains on top, with Jack McDonald jumping 15 spots into 2nd, Jamie Rutherford in 3rd, Callum Fife then in 4th, and John Parry in the danger zone in 5th.
The 3 most tenuous words in golf, John, as it stands.
As it stands, yeah. And it won't be like that by the end of the day, you can guarantee that. You see our man here at the 383-yard par 4 dogleg, 7th. You can take it over the trees on the left-hand side if you get driver out, but opting for a little hybrid fairway finder. And Callum Fife at the par 3, 8th. Beautiful hole this.
Every time I see this hole and think about it, I recall the late great Gordon Brand Jr., who won the Senior PGA Championship on this hole in a playoff with another gentleman who was a fine player called Gordon Brand.
Oh, really? Gordon Brand. Did they call him Gordon J. Brand, didn't they?
They had to do something to distinguish both of them.
Exactly. And Jamie Rutherford, can he follow Callum Fife's great shot in there? He set himself up with a great chance. And Jamie Rutherford just getting a bit of backspin there. That's going to be a slow putt. Now, Kit's over at the 7th. What have you got for us, mate?
Another fairway found for McDonald. He's got 171 yards. It's playing ever so slightly downhill, off of a very slight downslope as well, so that will just de-loft the club a touch. Not too much wind to speak of now either. As the rain has come in, that wind has really died down.
The pitter-patter of rain on the golf course up on the Northumberland moorland in mid-October. You need to be a fine player to cope.
Yes, you do. A long way back here, McDonald. And a good shot. I know we did my links. We came to this hole. I was only hitting, I had 80 yards in, but the weather was nowhere near like this. Not able to hit drivers off the tee. Now Brown at the 7th. This is just a, looks like a 9-iron, maybe a little soft 8. And he doesn't like that. Body stopped, hands kept going. That says left to me. It's right. My eyes are deceiving me.
The old cliche, John, a member's bounce.
Yeah, you needed that. Now Harold needs to find some good golf shots now to close in on his leader. He's playing with. And there we go, a little bit of backspin, brings it back to pin high, but that's going to be an awkward one off the left-hand side for his birdie.
For Joe Dean, worrying times. Playing the 9th, 462 yards, downhill. A real test, this. And those bunker shots from that length are so awkward. All in all, he's done very well there.
Well, I think that was absolutely brilliant. Not easy, on the upslope, ball was hanging below his stance. Not nice. Great execution. Now the 8th. Going pretty straight at it here. Jimmy Rutherford. Oh, a little cut across it. The feet deceived me. A little bit left to right in it.
And the precipitation now is making it tough to judge the pace of the greens.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to be firm with these. Got to give yourself that chance, and that was a good effort. Just glided across the face of the hole for McDonald. Now this would be some up and down, Phil.
Yeah, he's under so much pressure. Dermot McIlroy, who's in 5th place on the order of merit, one above Joe Dean. He's having a really good day today. Dean himself, not so. He's back to 1 under par. He will need something very good coming home.
Yeah, putter not playing ball for Joe Dean now. William Harold needs to get some putts dropping. His lead has been relinquished, and oh, that one gliding back on the right side. He's got some chances coming up though. Now Brown have after coming out of it. Had a nice little members bounce onto the green, like you said, Phil. A little breaker off the right, can be nice and firm. Oh, just glides again. Majority of the players now going for really straight putts and they're not moving as much. All down to these damp conditions now. Callum Fife. Great stroke again. Little fist pump.
The plot thickens. If you can feel secure on an afternoon like this, Fife's just gained a little more security. He's now joined second alongside Rutherford, only a single shot behind MacDonald. Like so many Euro Pro Tour events, it's a tournament that keeps on giving.
Welcome to the Q Hotels Collection Charity Classic here at Slaley Hall. Special thanks to Keith Pickard. He's put up the prizes. Speaking of them, it's £500 to a nominated charity to the winner of each of our 3 rounds. We've got a celebrity, we've got a pros round and some media. So let's get straight into the action. First up, Steve Harmison. Next on the tee, Jonathan Edwards. If you want to do the ultimate mic drop, you could just walk up after hitting one and just be like, Phil Mustard up next. Next up, the pro division. Up first, Reece Thompson. Next on the tee, Adam Chapman. Oh, that's a shot. And next up, now with his club back again, our Order of Merit leader, Mitch Waite. There we go. And now on to the media division, which should be good for a laugh. First up on the tee, Andy Jones. Oh. Oh. And next on the tee, Chris Stratford. Oh, good shot. And our final competitor, Jamie Perkins. That's got the job done, I think. Oh! So the winners then for the celebs, it was Steve Harmison. Adam Chapman took it for the pros and Jamie Perkins there at the end for the media. Thank you to everyone for coming out and watching. A great cause. Thanks for joining us.
Good deeds at the Matchroom Tour Championship, where so many players are still hunting the title on the hunting course. Slaley Hall is a beauty and a beast, but right now it's being tamed by Jamie Rutherford, who sat down with Kit before he teed off.
Jamie, 8 top 12s this season. You've shown incredible consistency. How pleased have you been with your efforts this year?
Yeah, really pleased. I think you know, the last few seasons have been fairly difficult, I'd say. Well, obviously, I mean, last season for everyone, but just in general, I mean, I've been working really hard the last few years, and I feel like this season sort of validated that effort and showed that I'm, you know, on the right tracks and been making some good progress and played really consistently all season. So yeah, it's been good.
Your comeback the last few years from what was a pretty terrible injury in early 2016 has been fantastic. Tell us about what happened.
Just a bit of a freak accident with a car spinning off the road and hitting me whilst I was running. It was like the first question I asked was like, how long am I going to be able to not play golf? And he instantly was like, maybe never. Right then was obviously terrible, but then the next day a doctor who spoke better English came and spoke to me, and he was much more understanding. He sort of said, no, you'll be fine, you'll get back. And from that point onwards, it just never crossed my mind.
Has that incident changed your perspective on the game and how you approach it?
I just wanted to play. That was it, really. That's all I've ever done growing up, and that was the most important aspect, as opposed to how I played. It was more just the ability to play, not being able to do it for quite a while, realising that how much I love the game, and just having that opportunity is all I could ask for, really.
The way you're playing at the moment, how ready do you feel to make the step up?
Yeah, I feel really ready. Yeah, I think if I get out there, I know exactly what it takes. Yeah, I feel like if I got out there, I know I could perform and I know I could keep making those steps forward.
Your scoring average is the second best on tour this year. Do you feel you deserve to get promoted?
I don't know if I deserve. I don't think anyone deserves to, but I feel like I've shown that I'm one of the top players on the tour. I've been consistent. I've played well pretty much week to week. But you know, you've got to put the results there to get yourself in the top 5. So I'm just going to go out and try and enjoy the challenge and play as best I can.
Both nines here have a sting in the tail, and the 462-yard ninth, the lengthiest par 4 on the hunting course, has lived up to its reputation. The joint toughest hole of the Matchroom Tour Championship saw Rutherford make his first bogey of the day. Still, he's out in a decent 35. 4 under with 5 to play, Curtis Knipes enjoys a share of 4th. Rutherford's now alone in 3rd. Callum Fife, our winner on the Isle of Man, could yet be the man here. But just out in front, it's MacDonald.
Yeah, and it's the second shot into the 9th, tough hole, all the way downhill, tee shot. Short of the water, then you've got a long hit for home with your second. To a very narrow green. No wonder it's playing one of the hardest holes on the golf course.
Position A off the 10th tee for Callum Fife.
Yeah, you can aim quite a long way right off the tee and get away with it. It also leaves you a very fiddly second shot, and Callum Fife might just spun back into the bunker. That little big dip there.
This 9th really is a fearsome hole down the hill.
Yeah, it's 459 yards. The second shot's really grueling, and what a shot that is. My goodness. That must have looked majestic in the air. Great execution, drifted that in lovely from left to right. Now, Jamie Rutherford at the 10th. Good drive, find the left side of the fairway. Pins on the lower tier, can attack this. Can play it just past, and he's a bit short, and that little bit of spin taking it off the green. And a nice big rainbow. Can't be it.
After every storm comes a rainbow. But of course, the storm for these guys continues, unabated.
Yeah, it does. It does. Well, the rain stopped for a minute. And MacDonald capitalised on a little dry spell. And good touch there. Just another 4 or 5 feet. A little bit of meat left on that bone to save his part. Callum Fife just spun it back into the bunker. Should be a simple splash shot. Pin's pretty close to him, and yeah, not bad at all. Done with 1 yard. Skip more, and that would have been, well, just a could have knocked it in with his eyes closed. Now Will Enifer.
Yeah, even par, so not really in the shake-up. He's 4th on the order of merit, so has to do what he can and then hope.
Yeah, good play. Good player, Will Enifer. That's a great shot there. Now Harold didn't get the start he wanted for the first 8 holes. Going to redeem himself here at the 9th. It's be a rare birdie if he can knock this one in. Yeah. Oh, wow. One of the toughest holes on the golf course, comes away with a 3. That's like gaining 2 on the field. The bits between the teeth now. Now Sam Broadhurst from the just at the top of the tier, halfway up this green.
Nice.
Oh, it had the legs. He's disappeared. Thank you very much.
Of course, Sam's father Paul would have played here on the European Tour.
Yeah, the mighty Paul Broadhurst. Going great guns at the moment, winning everything. Here, there and everywhere. Obviously MacDonald just slot that one in, good up and down. Another shot. This is a slow one for Jamie Rutherford. Gotta give it some beans. You could see how much he put into that one, breaking off the left, and that is a massive momentum changer there for Jamie Rutherford to start the back 9.
Any week those putts are tension filled. Today, off the charts.
Yeah, they're all expensive and worth valuable points to get that Order of Merit. Now, beautiful bunker shot here from Callum Fife. Deserves to knock this one in after that. Oh, he had a little jump right there.
The leaderboard becomes ever more fluid. McDonald's on course for victory and promotion as he makes the turn. Benefiting from his immediate bounce back, Rutherford leapfrogs Fife into second, and now he's about to tackle a potentially deadly dogleg that's caught the attention of John.
Well, here we are, and this is the 11th, 430 yards, and it's a sharp, whipping dogleg from left to right. Now, you've got 3 bunkers. Look down this fairway, down the left-hand side. You can't see the green, because the green is straight over there, which is over the 10th green, right over in that corner right there, and that is a monster carry. Now, you've got the first bunker, is about 225 yards to carry, and that'll give you a good angle in. The further you are up there, the more of a better angle you're going to have towards the green. So it's all about getting a nice little strike on a 3-wood. You don't want to be blocking it a bit too far right. You will block yourself out with the trees, and there is a little ditch down there as well. So come on then, first port of call, find the fairway. Well, I tell you what, I caught that low and a bit necky, and like they said, thin to win. That is mint. And talk about lucky, that was super lucky.
You make your own luck, John.
Yeah, that was pretty low and necky, I gotta say. Lucky to be on the fairway. Now, trying to find the fairway. Jamie Rutherford, little fade on this one, slotted between the bunkers. And he's done a better job than I did. That's how you play it.
Now, we've already seen a lot of misjudgments to this 10th green. McDonald absolutely in the middle of the fairway, and that seemed like a really good contact.
Yeah, pin at the front of that green. You can be nice and aggressive with that one. You don't want to be short. No, it worked for Jamie Rutherford holding that lovely putt off the left-hand side up the hill. Callum 5 on the tee at 11. This one looks like it's a bit fadey. Hopefully it's not fading too much. Ditch down the right. And lucky for him, the ground is soft. And it might be just far enough so he's got a little view. Have to wait and see. Drum roll, everybody.
Couple of runners-up finishes for Dan Brown. At Luton Hoo, where he was tied second. And at a place very close to your heart, John, Clevedon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mighty Clevedon. Oh, what a... oh, my goodness. I thought I was in for a minute. Look at this. Look at the slope on this green. It shows you how slow that putt really was from Jamie Rutherford earlier. Yeah, Clevedon, good place.
And if birdies gets back to level par, will it be enough, though? He doesn't know the ramifications, the calculations right now. I don't think it's looking too good for him.
No, he's going to have to put the pedal to the metal if he wants to get over the line. People breathing down his neck. As you see Harold here at the semi on the left. And a good shot. He's going to have a little hint of break of right to left up the hill. Jamie Rutherford going with the slope a little bit. Get his weight on his left-hand side. This one's going to come out a little bit flatter.
Very right.
Oh, he's a bit left. He's hanging on as that spins away from it. And this green does slope towards that front left-hand side, so that's going to be a very slow putt from there, but he's just experienced one at 10.
And as we look back down the fairway there, we saw that 5 was just about far enough.
Yeah, trying to hold it off there, trying to drift it up from left to right, hold it up into that slope, and look at that, what a shot. And look at the camber on that green, you can see it nearly stopped and still kept trying to feed off to the left-hand side.
Now this is David Wicks from Sedlescombe Golf Club. Tied 6th at the Vale, his best performance this season.
Oh, straight over the stick there, Phil.
A real birdie look, as it is for the overnight leader on 10.
Harold with an excellent chance at back-to-back birdies here on the 10th. He's knocked it in just right of the pin. He's left himself about 18 feet. It is uphill, slightly levels out when it gets to the hole. It's going to want to break right to left as well, probably about a cup. They're not breaking quite as much with the moisture that's now on these greens.
but John a little outside Harold on the 10th green. Here's MacDonald.
Yeah, showing the way, leading the way. Both players going to get a free read here. And see how slow it is up the hill, and look at that. Good foot short. And Harold will be able to go to school on that one, and Brown.
Now Wicks has started this round with 11 consecutive pars. Can he break the sequence in a positive way? Yes.
Well deserved after that approach. Dynamite stuff. Now Harold, as Kit was mentioning, not breaking a lot. This is a slow putt, slightly off the right. Little jump there halfway along, and coming up just shy yet again. No prizes for being short. Now this is a slow putt. Jamie Rutherford hold a cracker at the 10th. Can he follow it up? He's got to give this some whack. And he has. Oh yes, you can hear it. That's back-to-back birdies. What a move. Great putts.
Yes, and MacDonald now has company at the summit.
Yeah, there we go. And this man's got loads of experience as well. Jamie Rutherford. Now Brown. Lovely shot in here. This is a straight putt. Straight up there. Yes, no messing. Well, look at this one. This is a knee knocker. This is just a ball, maybe just outside the left-hand side. It's going to swing quick. And that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Playing under less pressure than some, but even so, every credit. Taking the huge importance of the round into account, what's up for grabs and the weather, the golf on display is a terrific advert for the Euro Pro Tour. And so is the Slaley Hall Resort itself.
Keith, firstly, thanks so much for having us here at Slaley Hall Hotel, Golf and Spa Resort. It's absolutely beautiful. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Oh, do you know what, Gav? It's brilliant to have tournament golf back here at Slaley Hall. We're setting up over 1,000 acres of beautiful Northumberland countryside. We've got 2 18-hole championship courses. I've played host to no fewer than 18 European Tour and European Senior Tour events over the years. We are the UK's largest golf resort operator, so golf is pretty serious for us.
Okay, and how many golf venues do you have at the Q Hotels collection?
We have 7 golf resorts, top golf resorts within the UK, and along as Slaley Hall we have the likes of Forest Pines, Belton Woods and Oulton Hall to name but a few.
It's great to have the PGA Euro Pro Tour here. Tell us a little bit about that partnership.
Yeah, to have it at Slaley Hall is absolutely fantastic, and to actually see those sort of the next generation of superstars coming through is going to be absolutely fantastic for us. An event such as the stature of the Matchroom Sports Tour Championships, it just helps to sort of allow us to give something back to the game as well.
Well, thanks so much, Keith, for having us here. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a course with a rich history, and these fellows are looking to create just a little bit more. After a year away due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Euro Pro Tour's return in 2021 has been a triumph, culminating in quite a shootout at Slaley Hall. Into the back 9 of the Matchroom Tour Championship, only 2 shots cover the top 6, and promotion calculations are constantly being revised. Much could, and most likely will change before the last putt is sunk, but right now Jamie Rutherford, a former winner at this venue, shares the lead alongside Jack MacDonald, looking for his second birdie of the week at the sporty 11th.
Yeah, well said, Phil. And the rain is pouring down again as MacDonald tees off on 11, up and over the bunkers. Can he thread in between it? Yes, he does. That's with a little 5-wood there. And let's see that swing. Look how good it is at the top. Lots of width. Beautiful. A little hybrid, actually. Colin Fife in the bunker, got to shape it up and over and around the trees. Not easy here. He's gone up and over. Tall order, this one. Big long green. Oh my goodness, that's at the front portion, and that could be chipping it from there. We get to see it here. There's the bunker on the right-hand side. We just seen our man hit out of onto the green, and you can just see how pretty a button this golf course is on the 12th. It's 398 yards. You drive it pretty much where Callum was, thread it through these big old beautiful trees to a very tight green, double tier green at that. And look at it, bunkers left and right, greens in the shadows. Don't get much prettier and harder than this hole.
When the flowers are blooming, this hole is a picture, and that's one of the reasons why Slaley Hall has been referred to as the Augusta of the North.
Augusta of the North, eh? Love it. Jamie Rutherford here. Get it a spin on the green. My kit is at the 11th.
Brown's tee shot has just run a couple of yards too long and into this first cut of rough. He'll be able to clean it and place it though with the conditions as they are, so he'll get a reasonable lie as it is there. 143 to the pin, and it's quite an accessible one, right in the centre of the green. 12 yards on, 10 from the left. This is another great chance for birdie.
Dan Brown from Romanby Golf Club, and ever present on the Euro Pro Tour this season. He's played in every single event.
Good man, that's what it's all about. Got to be in it to win it. It's a really good swing from the left rough there. Run out of fairway just off the tee. Now McDonald, just a little bit shy of probably where he would have liked. Coming over the edges of the trees. Got to be aiming just right at the flag, the camber to the green. We'll send it to the left. He's overshot it. It's going to be a tough one from there. I see that lovely swing of his again.
This is Reece Thompson, who needs something really special on the closing holes. The good news, as he plays 13, he's birdied this on each of the first 2 days.
Yeah, well, it's a par 5, and it really is a go-get-him one. 521 yards. He's scraped it onto the front of the green. He's got an eagle effort coming up.
Seems to me, John, as though Thompson and Wicks are sort of incentivising each other, playing well, and they're in each other's slipstream.
Yeah, I'm with you. And you see, you can get yourself into that kind of groove, Phil. You feed off one another, the shots are flowing, and look at that from Wicks. An absolute cracker. Anything you can do, I can do a little bit better. Good crowds are out. Look at them. Got their woolly jackets on. Don't blame them. It's a little bit chilly up here. Now, Brown. This is not an easy putt to read. Off the left, gathering pace, and slides right across the face. It's got to slow down a bit. Well, Brandon Robinson-Thompson, here we go. From off the green, opting for putter. Brave move this. What's it going to do through the fringe? It's gone for outside left. It should swing back. Oh, he's only gone and got it.
Tell me you got that.
We did, mate. We did. Well, loving his air, where I used to be like that.
Callum Fyfe is on the 12th green, but I don't think he's going to be putting. As you can see, the corner of the bunker just comes in the apron of the green, and he's got to go all the way across that. I mean, if he does putt, he's just got to smash it through there and hope for the best. But I think what he's got to do is hit a chip shot here, take the wedge out. It's off such a tight lie on the green as well. Not a big portion as well up there to land it on, all slightly running away. This has to be absolutely perfect to chip it from here and get it anywhere near the hole. This is fraught with danger.
The greenkeeper breathes a sigh of relief. But, John?
Yeah, I mean, opting for putter is about 10 foot of fringe he's going to have to putt through. And it could do anything. And there you go, it stayed out wide over on the left-hand side. I mean, there was a big element of risk getting out putter, and also chipping it, but I'd have definitely chipped it. Sorry, Callum.
This to regain the outright lead. Oh, we've seen so many putts of that ilk today, just coming up a little short.
Yeah, that's going to be happening all day. You know, these wet, damp conditions really slowed up the greens. Now, Reece Thompson from downtown. This is be a game changer for Eagle. He's tracking, little bubble there. Come back, yes! Grabs the left-hand door. Oh, and that's changed the card.
Yeah, cat amongst the pigeons, another contender. Thompson moves to 5 under. Brown stays there.
Oh, it's all tightening up now. Now Wicks, can he follow his playing partner? Can this be back-to-back eagle putts we see from this group? Nice gentle stroke, and he gets it. Follows it in. Anything you can do, I can do better. Proper match play with these two at the moment.
Now what a start to the back nine for Rutherford. Birdie on 10, birdie on 11. This for the outright lead.
Good stroke again, Phil. Oh, he's only gone and got it. The wand is working. Whew. 3 single putts in a row. Oh, lovely. Now, come on, Callum Fife. Show me how I was wrong. Knock it in. Oh, just glance to the left. Unlucky, my friend.
Well, at least it wasn't a 4-putt. He did tidy up. Even so, Fife's stock falls. Curtis Knipes is on course to set the clubhouse target, but bogey on 9 aside, Rutherford's so far been outstanding. His reward, projected promotion.
So after 3 straight birdies, it's Jamie Rutherford who currently leads the tournament, and as it stands, the order of merit. So let's check the Europro Tour app to see how the top 5 pans out so far. Mitch Waite drops down to 2nd spot with Callum Fife in 3rd, then John Parry in 4th, and then Jack McDonald in the uncertain 5th spot.
Well, teeing it off on 13. Here we go. Jamie Rutherford, par 5, 521 yards. Out with driver. First protocol, find the fairway. Give yourself that golden opportunity to get home in 2. And there it is, nice and dry on the first cut, sitting pretty.
As is Brown off the 12th tee. Now don't come up short and fall victim as Fife did. Oh no, that is right on the button.
Yeah, beautiful shot, not easy to get it to the back. Oh, look at this one though for McDonald. He's got to hit this one low and hooky round the trees with the pin on the right. Not easy. Can he get the turn required? Oh, that wasn't much. He looked like he went for a little gap in the trees and played it well. Here we go. Hood in the face as well, trying to wrap the hands over, get that turn. You see that Shaunogh follow through. Harold now.
Yeah, somewhat the forgotten man, but he's only 3 adrift.
Yeah, don't write him off after his first 2 rounds. He knows what this course can do and how to play it. But missing greens like that from golden opportunities, position A to position Z now. Now straight to Jamie Rutherford. Second shot, 162 yards, 7 iron in hand. Oh, he's holding on to the finish. He must like it. He's staring it down. One hop on the front and skips to the edge of the green, and well, here we go. We've seen that putt hold already from the front of this green for eagle.
Fife hoping to emulate his playing partner. Oh, hates it.
Yeah, frustration. You can just see the ball on the edge of the lip there. It looks like he's sitting pretty in the bunker. But golden opportunity goes astray there for Fife. Now Harold, look at where he's aiming. This is going up to the stars. Oh, he didn't catch that at all. Little bit heavy. Just a little bit heavy, yeah. Shame.
Up to the continued battles of Joe Dean. Well, by birdieing 14, he's back in the red. But is it enough? Right now, you have to say no.
Yeah, McDonald here. Bump and running it, pitching it off the green. Little camber right to left, and that was well executed. I think he fancied that one. And keeps those hands nice and forward. Keeps that club behind him. Traps it lovely. Now, Callum Fife have a good lie in the bunker. I fancy this one, really. And he's played it absolutely beautifully from Callum Fife.
Yeah, we talked about his win in the Isle of Man, of course, but he was also tied 5th at Camberwell Park, runner-up at Montrose.
Yeah, well, the swing can break down, but the short game is what gets you out of it in the long term. Callum Fife showing us there as we see Brown now just go. It's starting this ball way too far right. Just a little bit pushy maybe off the blade. Jamie Rutherford from that 7-iron from the fairway. I know this putt just keeps on rolling about halfway, slightly down the hill, and didn't get the line but got the pace.
Well, when we came here this week, I never imagined anyone would get to double digits under par. Rutherford is getting mighty close.
Yeah, very much so. I'm with you, Phil. Now putting it from off the green, a few little bumps, and stroke by it's come up a bit short of the hole. And from position A, walking off with a bogey, that is going to hurt for Harold. 5. This would be a good up and down to get the 6 under par. And very confidently done.
His mind mustn't work, he must be in the present. But in terms of promotion, he's looking very good.
Yeah, and it's been overdue for 5. It really has. Good player. And that's a good birdie from Jamie Rutherford.
It's 4 in a row, and we have the first modicum of daylight at the top. It's being enjoyed by Rutherford, keen to transform seasonal inconsistency into silverware. Rutherford leads by 2 from MacDonald, who needs to take full advantage of the solitary par 5 on the back 9.
Another good swing here. Where is it going? Nobody knows. And oh, sat down in the left side of this rough. Now Callum Fife out of the bunker down this right side of 14. Up and over the trees are we going with a bit of shape. You could see him trying to cut across that, trying to work it from left to right. Has he done enough? Not quite. Oh my goodness, he'd have been aiming at the water with that second shot. That's a brave move.
Well, the blue sky's poking through, so is the sun. Conditions easing.
Isn't it lovely? Now coming out the thick stuff. Didn't look to be sitting too bad. Bounding on down the fairway. Not able to go as far as it would normally due to these damp conditions. But he'll take that. No more than 60 yards for his 3rd from there.
The hunting course designed by Dave Thomas, and he did such a good job, especially on this lovely 14th. The water shouldn't come into play, but with that flag, it's a possibility. So Rutherford now has done a really good job to get there, and he's putting for what would be a 5th successive birdie.
Yeah, we'll give him a 3-shot lead as well. Now, MacDonald from, like I say, about 60, 70 yards out. 3rd shot, and that's giving himself a chance there, getting it pin high. You see Thompson, Wicks and Dean here.
Yeah, we saw Thompson's eagle on 13. He parred 14. Oh, but he doesn't par 15. That's his title hopes surely gone, John.
Yeah, you would think so, especially as Jamie Rutherford seems to be going great guns at the moment. Harold over the back of the green, awkward stance here. Get the weight forward on your left-hand side, hands forward, jab it. That was an easy shot. Green was facing him as well, had to fly it all the way.
Jamie Rutherford is a man on fire right now. This is a sensational stretch of golf from him, and another fine approach here. Spun back a little further from the hole, but he's got about 12 feet. It's uphill. It is going to break from right to left, though. Very similar to the putt that he holed back on the 12th. Would you bet against this one going in? I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kit. You're starting to match your clothing there, mate. The grey hairs are flowing. Now Brown up the hill, slow putt. It's going to hold its line. It's going to hold its line. Oh my goodness. God, that would have looked amazing with 4 foot to go. I'd have put my house on it. Now Fife from that bunker down that right-hand side. Got it to here. Oh, and he's only gone and hold it. That is humongous. What a birdie. What a turnaround.
Within 2 of Rutherford. And we know when he gets hot, he gets very hot.
Well, Phil, fortune favours the brave on that one. Now, this makes this putt twice as long. Now, for Jamie Rutherford. Yeah, 2 thumbing it. Nice stroke. Oh, he didn't play enough borrow, Kit. He didn't hear you, my friend. He didn't hear you. But that's a par.
We've seen all season you can't rest on laurels. You have to keep your foot on the pedal to win.
Yes, you do. Now, McDonald to get to 8 under par. Can he find the snowman? Oh, it didn't sound a good strike. Get there. Oh, my goodness. That is like crawled to the front edge and looked like it was going to go in, and it's just taken the camber of the hole, and my goodness. Well, there we go. Still at 7.
A shout out to Curtis Snipes on his tremendous 67. The man from Chelmsford Golf Club has set the clubhouse mark. 2 Scots remain in the thick of the action, but 2 clear, 4 holes to play, and in pole position to win the Matchroom Tour Championship. It is this man, Jamie Rutherford. Slaley Hall, venue for the Matchroom Tour Championship, where a pair of talented and determined Scots are giving chase to Jamie Rutherford. A couple of shots off the pace, teeing off, but now 2 to the good. You know, the hunting course has many strikingly framed holes, none better than the 15th. I'm sure that's an assessment John Morgan would readily agree with.
Well, we got 4 holes coming in now that are absolutely killer. They really are. And it starts with this amazing par 3, 15, 204 yards, par 3, all over water, like you can see. And we're in a little bit of a cubbyhole here on the tee box. You're not going to really feel the breeze if there was some, but you're going to have to gauge it by looking at the trees beyond this green. I'm sure that'll give you a good indication of what's going on. But it's fraught with danger. Like I say, the water's shy. Anything long and left, there's trees that comes into play, and you've got a big old steep bunker on the right-hand side. Now, I'm going with a 5-iron. I think it's everything I got. It's about 195 to the front edge. It's just a good strike with this one. Must find green. Give yourself that chance. Bit too much shape on that one as the strike was there. But he's good. And that's a 5-iron. It shows you how soft this ground is at the moment. That ball really stopping on a dime. What a cracking hole. This is 15, everybody. Whew.
We say stopping it on a 6pence, but all those years on the PGA Tour, you say dime.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, mate. Now, Callum Fife, back right pin, playing its full yardage, 206 over the bunker we go. And that is a good shot straight down the throat of the flag. That would have looked majestic in the air. Let's have a look at the swing. Clears himself out of the way beautifully. And the man of the moment, Jamie Rutherford.
He's made birdies on this hole on each of the first 2 days.
Wow, this is one of the toughest par 3s on the golf course, without doubt. Look at that, getting the ball to come back. They must have chucked the tee up. Now this is where you'll be landing it for your tee shot to this beautiful 14th hole. Bunker on the right hand side, you just got to deal with off the tee. Then you come into a beautiful, very welcoming second shot into a 3-tier green. Pins over on that left hand side today. Don't want to be too greedy and go at it. The water is in play on that left, so bailing out just to the right, finding the right tier is a must. Now McDonald, second to this beautiful hole, 14th. Looks like wedge in hand.
On the green, but he won't be happy. This hole, one of those par 4s that goes to show you don't need length to make a really good hole. Now, Enifer. A birdie would be invaluable. A birdie is forthcoming. Just has to try and make another one down the last, and then hope and pray.
Yeah, great stroke there, Phil. Yeah, this 14th hole, pins on that second tier. halfway up this green on that left-hand side. Coming from the left here over the edge of the water, Harold. And keeping it left of the flag. Brave move. The nice thing about that, he's going to have a pretty straight uphill putt from there. Now 16. Second shot up the hill. Won't be able to see the bottom of the flag. Oh my goodness, and you don't need to see the bottom of the flag. You'll get up there and have a big old smile on your face.
Now from one Thompson to another.
Tough green this one. Breaking off the left-hand side should do. Didn't break as much though. If I had the same putt, I think I'd have done exactly the same thing. And that's a stroke by the... there we go, show us your Goldilocks. There we go. The man bun, rocking.
Well, it is officially a birdie putt, but this is 3-putt country.
Over that tier there, Phil. Swinging off the right-hand side. He's not hit it. My goodness. A lot of work to be done for McDonald there to save his par now.
Rutherford's got about 40 feet for his birdie here on the par 3 15th, but I think he would take his par as things stand right now. The first 3/4 of it gently uphill, and then it levels out just even a touch downhill around the cup. Once it gets over the crest of that little hump that you can see just kicking in, it is going to feed right to left. Don't think there's a huge amount of break in this one though, all about the pace control.
Given the severity of the finish here, John, you have to believe if Rutherford does par in, he'll be lifting the trophy.
You would think so. I mean, it's going to take some exceptional golf from the people chasing him down. As this one chases itself past the hole a little bit, with a bit of work to be done coming back. Just clicking his fingers there, trying to put the brakes on, but the ball not listening to him. Now Brown out the fringe, putting it. Seeing it came out the fringe nicely, and oh, just shaved the left edge.
And it's nice to see from Filton Golf Club in Bristol, Mitch Waite, finishing off the only double winner of the year. He's not going to win here, and he might lose number 1 in the order of merit to Jamie Rutherford, but promotion was secure even before he hit a ball in anger.
Yeah, it's been a great season for Mitch Waite, fellow Bristolian like myself. I know him well, and he has been playing some amazing golf this year. Now McDonald, that's a great save after a first poor putt. I mean, the second shot was all the trouble, keeping it a long way from the hole. Now Callum Fife, after a shot that looked straight down the neck of the flag. We know it breaks off the left here, and he's got it. Don't ride him off just yet.
Within 1 of the lead.
Harold, very brave. Second shot, left of the pin. And slots it in for a birdie.
All of a sudden, Rutherford has to hold this. No certainty to remain in front.
I'm with you, Phil. This is not easy, but he gets it. He had to follow in a great birdie from Fife there.
Rutherford remains in the driver's seat, despite Fife pressing hard. Don't write off McDonald yet, and that also applies to the overnight leader Harold, resurgent following back-to-back birdies. How he would love to complete the hat-trick at 15.
That's that beautiful birdie. Harold steps on the tee, and they brought the tee up a long way. That's why we're seeing a little bit of backspin on the green. And this tall high flying to this back right flag, and it's a great shot. Peppering the pin. Now McDonald chasing Rutherford down. Good 2-putt on the last there at 14 from where he was. Trying to power fade this one into this back right flag. And it's a bit pulley, this one. And that is a long way from home. That's at least 60, 65 feet away. Tough 2-putt from there.
Yeah, that was really good camera work. You saw him come over the top. Enifer. Sun shining down. A fighting par. But I think when he sees the scores and realises what's occurring, he's going to feel really gloomy. Not so Callum Fyfe.
Cracking tee shot from Callum Fyfe, and he's got 133 yards to that pin, but it's playing about 7 yards uphill, so 140 all in. It's quite far on, and it is over on the right-hand side. A little bit deceptive, this view of the green. Looks like there's a lot of putting surface to the right of the pin, but there isn't. He'll want to be aiming just left of this flagstick.
You know, Jamie Rutherford made his debut on this tour in 2014. He won here at Slately Hall on the Priestman course the following year. More golden memories? After that, you have to think if he can slot that one in, he's once more in a powerful position.
He is. 17 and 18 now was so gruelling. Really tough tee shots coming up on the next two. Now Fyfe, ball above his stance on an uphill lie. For a right-hander, a tendency is to pull it left. Not a bad thing with the pin on the right. And oh my goodness, nearly slam dunking it straight in the hole. And what a shot that is. Relishing the pressure up against Rutherford here. I'm probably happy to be alongside him, knowing what he's got to do. Now McDonald from right at the front of the green here at 15. This is a monstrous putt. Get your 2 putts and get out of here. And that is some putt under the pressure.
So easy to grip the putter too tightly, come up short, and 3 putt. Now Rutherford for 10 under.
Yeah, pace putts there. 14 and 16, just the pace keeping the ball out, really. Brown for birdie. A rare birdie here. 15 and always left, unfortunately.
We saw the 4th placed player in the order of merit, Will Enifer, finish off. Joe Dean on the penultimate hole makes birdie, but right now he's on the outside looking in.
Yeah, it's a tough position now. William Harold off the left, couple of balls outside it. Here it comes. Oh, no, that was always right, unfortunately. Now after a spectacular second shot in, and Callum Fyfe this to join the leader. Oh, and that was just always right, unfortunately. Little jab to the putter, not happy.
You can almost taste the tension out there. It's a complicated landscape that requires clarity of thought for those in the heat of battle. Rutherford still leads the tournament, but for an order of merit update, here's Gabby.
We're here on the 15th, which is our charity hole. The final group has just gone past, and I confirm that we have raised £3,500 after 25 birdies have been made. Also on top of that, order of merit as it stands, the top 4 remain the same, and it's just Will Enifer in 5th spot.
Enifer's outlook more promising than I thought. Futures are on the line. Careers are in the balance. It seems so tranquil, but as the Matchroom Tour Championship and the Euro Pro Tour season reaches its climax, there's a frenzy of interconnected hopes and fears. At least for Jamie Rutherford, the equation is simple. Win the event, and promotion comes with it. Trouble is, the 18th is anything but straightforward. Down on the tee of this most daunting par 4, here's Kit.
Right here, is where this tournament, this Tour Championship, is going to be decided. Decisions to make. You've got the creek running diagonal from left to right. It's pretty close on the left. Do you try and squeeze it up the right half of the fairway, give yourself an easier second shot? Still going to be a long iron uphill in these chilly temperatures. Or do you play it safe and leave the challenge for the second shot and potentially around that green? We said you do not want a one-shot lead going up here, or at least you cannot feel safe with one. Looks like that might be what happens. Can Jamie Rutherford make the par to close out this tournament potentially? Well, let's find out.
It's produced a bag full of bogeys, this hole, and on its stroke average, John, it's a par 4.5.
It is all uphill, the tightest of driving holes, with probably the smallest green on the golf course. And that is a great shot. Now, they brought the tee up a little bit. Looks like Rutherford's out with the 5-wood here. Really got to get your focus eyes on this one. And that's two great tee shots. We get to see, picks the club up nice and sharp. Nearly touches his right shoulder on the way down. Very kind of Seve, I should say Sergio Garcia, like lags it right down there and traps it beautifully. Thompson hold its line, and that's nicely done. Help with that beautiful eagle. We were on 13. Good round of 68 there, Phil.
Yeah, and Rutherford needs a good second shot on 18.
One-shot lead for Rutherford, and it's 199 yards to the pin, but it plays severely uphill, so playing about 212. Cool conditions as well, so the ball is not travelling very far. That pin is tucked way over on the right-hand side. Expect him to aim for the middle of the green here all day long. If it fades a touch into it, that's just a bonus.
First up, though, Rutherford's closest pursuer.
Yeah, you can just see the pin in the centre of your screen, right in the middle of that right bunker. 5 trying to launch it in the middle with a drifty left to righter. Needs the height though. And that coming up just short and probably in the bunker. Like Kit said, 212 yards out. 4-iron this is, and everything you got here for Rutherford. Sounded a good strike. He's walking after it. He likes it. And why wouldn't you? Just onto the front edge of the green. No troubles there. That's going to be a mighty slow putt from there. Might even chip it.
Now, the 18th is tough. The 17th, very tricky, John.
Oh, it is. It's a dogleg left to right. You hit it round about here where we are right now and hit over the brook towards this green. It is all about the tee shot, to be fair. You know, trying to fade it round that corner or draw it if you're a left-hander. And then you approach with like a wedge 9-iron into this green. It sits at you. It's beautiful, very inviting second shot. A lovely hole 17. Very demanding off the tee. And this man doing the first port of call, finding the fairway off the tee. Like I say, strong cat wedge, pitching wedge in hand. And get it into the middle of the dance floor. Not bad there.
This hole has produced more double bogeys and others than any other this week. 8 7s or more on the 17th. But as you say, it's all about the tee shot. When you find the fairway, it is actually a birdie chance. And on cue, thank you, Dan Brown.
Yeah, good man. He must have been listening to you, Phil. Yeah, the tee shot, you don't really see much of the fairway from the tee, especially where you need to land it down the right-hand side. Now, a humongous divot from McDonald there. Says he's going to have a lot of spin, and oh my goodness. That's hanging over the hole. He's had a little look inside there, but didn't want to drop. Look at this shot. You think it's going. Oh.
When you think about the putt he had on 13 and then that, it really is a game of inches.
It is, it is. Can't fight, keeping those hands nice and forward and just too aggressive. And that's going to be a slick putt coming back down the hill now. Rutherford out with the wedge here. I think this is a good play. Very slow up this green. And a little bit heavy-handed as well, following Callum Fife to the back edge. See plenty of bogeys, if not doubles, on this hole. You see where the tier is there.
Can't see the bottom of the hole, so he's pitching straight into the upslope. Probably just overshot it a little bit. Scooter Boy has gone past.
Yeah, and with those two mistakes on 18, it brings MacDonald right back into the reckoning.
Well, it does. I mean, if Rutherford goes and misses that putt, he goes back to 8. Now, MacDonald goes to 8 with that tap in. So they're all tied, and he's got the dreaded 18th to come, though.
And we can't completely discount William Harold.
Well, he goes and slots this in. He's only one shot behind the leader. You know, considering if Rutherford misses that putt. This one breaking off the left, and it's tracking. He's only gone and holed it. My goodness. Didn't get off to the best of starts, but is fighting back so strong now, Phil.
It's been a wonderful season, and it's a wonderful finish.
Well, Five's going to be giving Rutherford a free read. Can he go in first and hold it? He can't. Just aimed it outside the right, didn't break as much, and just probably hit it straight through the break a little bit. Brown with a great second shot to get to 7 under. He's not out of it either. Birdies all round from this 3. Brilliant stuff.
9th on the order of merit at the start of proceedings. I reckon if he were to par the last, he's promoted.
Yeah, he will be now. Rutherford, this is massive. Down the hill, got a free read off his playing partner. Oh my goodness, grabs the left side, and Mitch Waite looking on. They can't believe it's missed. He's on his knees, he's praying. Oh my goodness. See how much it means to him. And he knows the door's massively ajar for the other competitors now coming up behind him. And that run in the middle there, Phil, really helped him out. 10, 11, 12 and 13. For a round of 68 today, 8 under par.
Just goes to prove, though, a fraction of an inch in this game can change your whole career.
It can. It's ruthless. And Callum Fife there, round in 69, 7 under par total, 1 shot behind his playing partner Rutherford.
At least Fife has the consolation of promotion to the Challenge Tour, but after that, so many permutations abound. On the closing hole, every answer will be supplied. Knees will knock.
Let me just say, if you're stood on this hole and you got to make a par to get in that top 5 to get onto the Challenge Tour or win the grand final here on the Europro, what a hole to finish on. Save the best till last, why don't you, Slately Hall? This is awesome. Now, here we go. The ball's going to be pitching, hopefully, just in the shadows from the trees from the right-hand side. But first port of call, find the fairway. Well, there we go. Got to be position A, slightly down the left-hand side, left half. Oh my goodness, that's first part done with. Now it's time for the second part.
As you might imagine, birdies have been in very short supply on this hole, but Harold needs one. Finding the fairway essential. The job done. Mission accomplished. Now MacDonald. A par for him, and it's a playoff. All about the approach work from here.
It's going to take my world's best here. Pins over on the right hand side. There's a lovely little tier that goes straight across the green. So yeah, 4 iron out, and it's everything I got, I think, up this hill. And that bunker's in play. I've got to make sure that's out of play as well. It's about 194 to carry that, 196. It's everything I got. And I've totally crunched it. It's just right at a pin. Might be in the bunker, but what a hole.
Under any circumstances, this hole is a terror. But under this pressure, and with that hole location, boy.
You can tell he's had the hybrid leaning up against his bat. He was between clubs on this one, Harold. And opting for the club that would go the shortish. And it was, I think, a bad decision. Should have gone for the hybrid. Green sits at you, will land softly. Now MacDonald launching this, a little bit of a recoil. Fancies this one, bit left though. All coming up a bit shy. Yeah, no, Tough 18th. A few deep breaths there. Rutherford looking on, seeing both these guys that are chasing him down shy of this green, and well, the door's ajar for him to walk through it now.
Well, John, I've done my maths. He's well short of the green in 2. Dan Brown needs a par to be promoted.
Wow, pressure. Oh my goodness. Oh, and what a shot. And that is going to be the biggest knee-jerker of his life so far, with coming up now from about 4 or 5 feet. Little swinger from left to right. Great crowds looking on now, Phil. And from the front of the green, McDonald. Little bump and run up the slope, and it checked on that second bounce.
Yeah, not the shot he was looking for. He has that putt to take the tournament into a 55th hole. For Harold, only a chip in will do.
Well, never up, never in. He definitely got it up there, so he had every chance of holding it. He knew it had to go. I'm in there with Rutherford. Now, to force the playoff up the hill, inside left. Oh, and it's low and to the right, and you know what that means. This man has sealed the deal. The Matchroom Tour Championship is his, Phil.
He sealed both deals because he's going to be #1 in the order of merit. Extraordinary, but for Jack McDonald, he's been so unlucky today. He's only bogey on that last hole.
Look at that smile. That ain't going to be wiped off his face anytime soon, is it, Phil? My goodness. Now, Harold, a disappointing first putt. Drew it past the hole. Tapping that one in. That's a bogey. He'll finish at 6 under par, round of 72. What could have been kind of day for him, starting off leader in the clubhouse in the 3rd round, and not to be, unfortunately.
And now the fate of Will Enifer and Dan Brown rests on this.
Wow, breathe a sigh of relief, my friend. That is some up and down to gain your top 5. Well done, Dan Brown. Great round.
A bogey-free back 9 of 33 when he had to produce. A day of extreme emotional highs and low temperatures will never be forgotten, and for all the right reasons, by Jamie Rutherford, for whom 2 missions were accomplished under enormous pressure.
You've been knocking on the door all season. How satisfied are you to get it done in the biggest event of them all on the Euro Pro Tour?
Yeah, it's amazing, really. Yeah, I just kept believing all season, really, and didn't. I think towards the end of the year, I was starting to put a little bit of pressure on myself and starting to, you know, I felt like I needed to win, and I probably got in my way a little bit. Certainly in the last maybe 5-6 events, and then I just regrouped in the last few weeks. Me and my coach sat down and we went through all that, and this week I just didn't pay attention to anything really. I just focused on my own self. Even today, didn't really look at a leaderboard. Just concentrated on me, played, tried to just keep my one foot in front of the other really, and just play all day and not worry about anything else, and then hope that was good enough.
We can probably smile about it now that you have got the job done, but that was a hell of a lip out on 18, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was brutal. I mean, obviously it's quick. I saw Callum roll and it went a bit past, so I was trying to knock it more dead weight, and just right at the end it just snapped low and lipped out, yeah. But glad it doesn't matter now.
And that 25,000 winners check puts you at the top of the order of merit. You are the Euro Pro Tour #1 for 2021. How does that sound?
Sounds really good. Yeah, I didn't even think of that until right now. So yeah, that does sound good. Obviously some of the other players, I mean, Mitch has had a great season as well, and he probably deserves to be up there as well as I do. So no, winning at the end, yeah, is obviously really pleasing. So that's just a cherry on top.
Despite his brave closing 65, Dermot McIlroy slid outside the top 5 in the order of merit, and so did Will Enifer. They will be sorely disappointed, but for those who did claim one of the golden spots, it was time to exhale. The master of brinkmanship was Dan Brown.
It was a weird one. I kind of knew if I'd have made bogey down the last, I think I knew I wouldn't have been able to make it. And I think holding that putt, I was still like, Didn't know whether it would quite be enough, because obviously there was I think there ended up being 3 of us on tied second, so I didn't know if it was quite enough, but just glad it's over now, to be fair.
I've said it so many times this year, the calibre of golfer on this tour, on Challenge Tour and on Main Tour now is just very, very good. I think we're bridging the gap for sure. So I feel ready to sort of give it a good go on Challenge Tour, and that's what I'll endeavour to do next year.
It's an amazing stepping stone. Finally been able to prove myself to get on there, and now it's just time to do the same and the level up.
Helped by a quintet of top 5 results, Tom Sloman finished 9th on the money list and was named Rookie of the Year. Very well done to Tom. And also to the big winner at Slaley Hall, a joyous Jamie Rutherford. What a year. Roll on 2022.
Pre-season training in Portugal and just a bit of a freak accident with a car. In the immediate aftermath, it was like the first question I asked was like, how long am I going to be able to not play golf? He instantly was like, maybe never. I just wanted to play. That was it really. That's all I've ever done growing up. The ability to play, not being able to do it for quite a while, realising that how much I love the game. I'm out here doing exactly what I want to be doing, and having that opportunity is all I could ask for really.